Hi everyone, welcome back to Side Eye Central. And today's video is just a recap of Love Island Season 8, Episode 7. Okay, it's just been a couple of days and people are already crying in the villa. It's just been a couple of days, mind you, just a couple of days. Now, Sean's goodbye scene was sad, I will say that, but I feel like it's too early to be crying over man. It's too early. This is a dating game and y'all have to play the game. Y'all have to move for yourselves in that villa. I would have been practicing self-preservation like, ain't no man can have me up in my feelings. It appears that the ladies are waiting on their men, or partners, to reassure them, and that doesn't appear to be going very well. I feel as though I would not have been waiting on any man's reassurance because it appears that their reassurance isn't so reassuring. But these men are here to play the game just like you ladies are, and you all need to start moving accordingly. It appears that Anaya and Mel barely want to be open in their connection. Like, they barely want to explore. That's the vibe it's giving to me. And even with Anaya talking to, talking about Casey and, just saying that, okay, just be honest if you want to explore. But even when he does that, it appears she gets so sad. It's just that y'all are doing too much watching and not enough exploring. Y'all are not making sure that y'all are good. Next is Kata and Zach. Zach is salty because he feels a way about Kata wrapping her legs around the new bombshell Caleb during the challenge. And I mean, I get it, but I also feel like it was not that deep, honestly. And she had already apologized to him, and his reaction gave immature and petty. And girl, run. That's all I can say. Girl, run. Even after Kata apologized to Zach, he still said to her when they were in bed together, Caleb's over there in case you want to wrap your legs around him again. And I mean, he's smiling as if that's a joke. Nope. No. He's giving weird in multiple ways. And let me show you another reason. This is a short clip.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
Why are you doing that to Bryce? Bryce, is everything okay? Like, is this man cool? Okay, so moving along. It's nighttime and the new bombshell soul pulls Sincere for a chat. And Melanie immediately gets sad.
I didn't like to see her sad. However, Sincere and Soul went in the speakeasy room and they were conversating for a little bit and then end up kissing. Now, he ended up leaning into her for the kiss first. Keep that in mind.
It appears that Melanie becomes impatient, waiting on Sincere to return, and she then goes to look for him. She finds him in the speakeasy room, and luckily for her eyes, they were already done kissing by the time she entered. Okay, so Melanie states that it's perfect timing and then asks Sincere, well, what happened in here? And he said a little bit of everything. They then proceed to go on the balcony, it appears, and have a chat. So Mel and Sincere are chopping it up, right? And she asks him, did you kiss Soul? Right? Did y'all kiss? And he said, yeah. You can tell by her facial expression that she did not like it. Of course, she's showing that she's sad. And she then asks, well, who initiated? Or no, she asks, who asked for the kiss? And Sincere said, it wasn't me, but you initiated the kiss. Why are you downplaying it? And he's like, he said it wasn't like nothing like that. It was just a kiss. No, it wasn't. This man and this woman were caressing each other. So it was touching all on his neck, he touching all on her, and he's just lying to Melanie, playing in your face. Mind you, he could feel played by what, you and Corbin, that situation, what happened with, the sleep over. It's the slumber party game. Yeah, the challenge. When you were back, and forth with him and Corbin, I would admit that was crazy, girl. That was crazy. And that got him feeling some type of way. And he seems as though he's less interested now. He does. Yeah, so they continue talking. Sincere tells Melanie he wants to continue exploring with Soul. Melanie doesn't like that. Of course, the conversation eventually, and she tells him to, do what's best for you. Of course, she's sad. Oh boy, he definitely looked like that last situation definitely did mess with him, and not sure if he can give her the same energy. It isn't given that. So I do want to point out, while they were having the conversation, Sincere did tell Melanie, no one can compare to you, and I call cap. He could be serious. I feel like that's a joke. This man literally full of games. I know that I said in my last recap that Mel was getting sick of Sincere, but it appears that he is tired of her now, and he wants a cushion to fall on in case he's ever on the chopping block. That's what it appears to me. He wants to still explore with Soul and possibly be more interested in Soul than Melanie eventually, because he's tired of her. But he don't want to end their connection, because, if it ever goes left with Soul and he can become vulnerable and he wants Melanie as support, still want to be in a couple with her. I feel like if you tired of her, if that's the last straw for you, but you don't want to say it, like you're selfish and you're not being real. Boy, I know that name Sincere was very playful. Anyhow, Melanie, you need to take your eggs out that basket and run. Finish exploring the villa. That would be my advice. You need to get more options, okay, girly? Yeah. And I also feel like the rest of the men in the villa can see how hung up that you and Anaya are on y'all partners, and even if they wanted to pursue y'all, it deters them, because they can see clearly that may be a losing battle. That's how it appears. Y'all need to be more open. Y'all see how these men moving? Okay. And I would just like to say, I think Melanie is such a beautiful woman. She's so gorgeous to me. Very, very beautiful. I feel as though this lady can even play Moana. Her face is so beautiful. Very, that cute but beautiful. That's a beautiful woman right there. Well, everybody, we have arrived to the end of the video. And yeah, my final thoughts are, Zach, what you got going on? Yeah, we bombastic side-eyeing Zach. What the hell you got going on? Anyhow, y'all subscribe. See y'all.